Hello, my name is Fedline Mertil. I'm a communications major here at USF, and I am a freshman. The music video that I have decided to write my assignment on is Stromae's Feels de Joie. It was written in, it was composed, made in May 2022, and in this music video, Stromae is depicted as a dictator of a fictional country, and in this video, a national funeral is being held to honor a deceased sex worker. The music video is sung from four perspectives. The opening is of a client of this deceased sex worker, and his words, which seems crude and detached at first, holds a deeper meaning, and it reflects the complex emotions involved in a transaction between a sex worker and a client. He reminisces I'm so sorry, on his experience with her and his loneliness, which led him out to seek her in the first place. And after his verse, the chorus comes with, and the perspective switches to the son of the sex worker. The son sings for his mother with pride, and he defends her, and he emphasizes the hypocrisy and stigma that she faced for her work. He calls her his hero, and he reprimands everyone who both indulged in her service but then turned a blind eye to her injustice. The goal that aligns with this part of the song is 16.2: protect children from abuse, exploitation, trafficking, and violence. As the son was exposed to this work early on and even understands the concepts of it and its injustices. The next perspective is that of a pimp. The pimp declares that without him, the sex worker would have had a horrible life. He insists that his work, which is often compared to sex trafficking, is for the betterment of these girls and that they shouldn't be fought for because they are not supermodels, but instead whores. The last perspective is from a police officer. At first, he seems to have sympathy for the sex worker, stating that even though he understands that her job, is to be a sex worker, he himself has a job to uphold the law. Um, which is ironic because in the end of the day, she ended up dying. But at the end of the verse, he laughs, breaking the sad illusion that he portrayed, and then he declares her to get a real job. This part of the song aligns with developing effective, accountable, and transparent institutions 16.6. The overall message of this song is strongly relates to goal 16.c, promote and enforce non-discriminatory laws and policies, because the multitude of perspective forces the listener to ponder about how these marginalized individuals, how they're being overlooked and treated, and how societal judgment is adding on to this injustice of them, and as well to understand the complexity of human relationships from the son and the mother, and even the client and the mother. The word that I have chosen is empathy, found on chapter 1, page 23. This words mean the ability to understand other situations and share feelings with them. In the textbook, an example of is given on page 24, where a student asks a professor for an extension on an assignment. Though if the professor were to do that, it would push the professor's grading period back and cause them to have more work. But throughout the video, this is an abundance of there. Throughout the video, there is an abundance of lack of empathy, except for when the son comes in and defends his mother in the timestamps of 110 to 140. One communication strategy that surprised me was the changing perspectives. It was not explicitly stated that the perspectives were changing, so I was very confused about the direction of the video. But after I analyzed it more, and I really think that this was an amazing way to go about telling this amazing, heartbreaking story.